Yo, Joe!
Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special Toy Wizards G.I. Joe report. As you know, some of us were recently involved with a roundtable discussion with Hasbro about the future of G.I. Joe and their HasLab announcements. And to say that was exciting is a shortcoming. It was really, really fun. One, to be surrounded by those other great guys that talked about G.I. Joe every day, and for the questions that we all asked. Now, Full Force has the full audio transcript online. You can go ahead and listen to everything we said there. I'm just going to give you the short version, the high points, the really good stuff here in this G.I. Joe report. So let's get started. Number one, HasLab Sky Striker. Man, is that nice. And several questions were answered about that were very, very, we wanted to know. One, price point, $230. It's going to come with 6 figures at $20 a figure. That's almost half the money to figures. I understand $20 a figure. That is now the new norm, especially for even 3 3/4 figures. They are bringing back O-ring figures, which is another thing we're going to get to in just a minute. But with O-ring figures and the new Sky Striker, and it is a new Sky Striker. That's very important. They went back, looked at the old molds, looked at the old Sky Strikers. They had to actually go buy Sky Strikers off of eBay because they didn't have some they could just tear apart, and go through, and they redesigned it. They made brand new tooling. That's one of the reasons this is so expensive. Brand new tooling. This is not my Sky Striker anymore. It's a new Sky Striker. They fixed things, they elongated things, they made things more detailed, they added new bits, and that's what we're going to get with this HasLab offering. I know I committed my money. Everybody in the roundtable were like, yeah, we bought them. You know, we put our money in right off the bat. So everyone's excited for the Sky Striker. It is an all new tooling. It comes with just a lot of really nice stuff. That display stand, it's just really, really good. And it heralds in the brand new version of O-ring figures. They are remaking O-ring figures with a different plastic. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, what do you mean different kind of plastic? They're using modern plastics instead of what they used to make them out of. Now, if you remember, a lot of figures had a thumb issue where you would put a weapon in the thumb and the thumb would just break eventually. And it happened all the time. My original entire wave of figures, all of them had broken thumbs. They were just, little guys like that with clamps because the guns would break the hands. All the figures are now made of a new plastic so that the thumbs will bend and they won't break. See how that leads over time. Will the hands stretch out? Will they not hold guns? We don't know. All I know is never put a bazooka in Zap's hand because you will break it. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Heck, even these days, I put vintage figures on display stands and their heels just shatter right off the bat. And that's the plastic they were made out of. New plastic on new O-ring figures won't have those issues. Also, the 100,000 pound gorilla in the room, O-rings are now going to be made out of silicone and not what they were out of the rubber. And the rubber disintegrates over time. I live in a hot climate, desert climate, and my O-rings just pop away. Even brand new stuff just pops away. They just cannot stand temperature changes and time. But the new O-rings he said that you could stretch them out like this and they just go right back. So it's going to be a much more improvement. They are going to make more O-ring figures. We're getting that back. And we're probably going to lose the retro wave at Walmart. They didn't say specifically, but definitely a comment was made where it was like, yeah, that's going to be on hold for now and we see how this goes. So I don't know if we're going to get any more Walmart exclusive retro wave as they're doing now the O-ring retro wave. I'm fine either way. I bought the retro wave just because I like the packaging. I never really cared for those type of figures. I do like the O-ring figures. I would totally invest all of my money in O-ring figures all day long. Done and done. New figures coming out. Why did they not give us alley vipers and bats during their post-con special, they wanted the retailers themselves to be able to put those out at their own time and for people to, deal with them on their own thing. So that was like, why didn't we get pre-orders for this? And they do understand that pre-orders are an issue with some retailers too. That, you can't always get your figures and then you feel that you're never going to get them. These figures will come out on shelves and will be available later at different retailers. We all know that some of them already escaped from Walmart and they look fantastic. The new waves are all looking really, really good. They have definitely heard your concerns and are going to produce figures in that kind of modern retro style is what I was kind of putting it as. Like, you want modern, darker colors, but you want the nostalgic outfits that we had. And, finding a medium between those two, Lenny was saying, is a definite concern of theirs, and they definitely are trying to hit that sweet spot, and I think they're doing a great job at that. The figures we've all seen announced really do hit those spots. The new Spirit is absolutely fantastic. Zartan, who we have here, is just an incredible figure. This was their PulseCon exclusive, and it's magnificent. He color changes. These are masks. I thought they were heads. Apparently they are masks that you can put on the Zartan face, which is great. Really great figure, a good example of where they're going with the line, and they could continue that kind of momentum going forward. Another couple things that were really good, more deluxe figures. Are we going to get more deluxe figures? I really like the deluxe figures. I like deluxe figures with vehicles. I like deluxe figures with giant alligators, or crocs. And what are we going to get next? Well, they wouldn't tell me, but they did smile. They did give a little bit of a wink. We will get more deluxe figures with other great accessories. I personally said, why aren't we getting snake armor? Oh man, would snake armor be nice? I would pay extra money for that. And you could put Joes in it. You could put Cobras in it, whatever. Snake armor. Let's hope they listen to that one. Other thing with that, that they did say was coming, but they wouldn't say what. We are going to get multi-packs. I asked specifically about troop building multi-packs. Troop building, such important factor to all G.I. Joe collectors. Everyone's got to have 150 Cobra Troopers. And are we going to get multi-packs? They smiled, they nodded, they winked. We are going to get multi-packs coming up here in the future. Who knows when, who knows what, but they are coming. So they rejoice. We will be able to army build in the solace of our home and not be shamed for having more than 2 figures of any type of sort. Hey, that's the high points. There's certainly a lot more. The full audio descriptions on Full Force. We had a great crew asking these kind of questions. These are my high points, what I thought was the most interesting stuff from the G.I. Joe Roundtable. Thank you again, Hasbro, for having all of us involved. And to everyone here watching, thank you. And we will catch you later. Yo, Joe! Please follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and like and subscribe these videos so we can keep bringing you such great content.
If anyone can stop Joe, it's Zartan.
Evil master of disguising. Zartan. There's no end to his surprises. Zartan. Zartan has an evil plan just for G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, real American hero, fighting a fiendish new foe.
Your plan is not working, Zartan.
Roll, Commander. Watch.
Follow the further adventures of G.I. Joe and Marvel Comics.
Voltron was needed once more.